How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another review of two. Here, I have Wonder Woman Dead Earth. It was drawn and written by Daniel Warren Johnson with colors by Mike Spicer. This comic is amazing. I think it's really dope. I really enjoyed the direction they kind of went with Wonder Woman here. Feels like it's basically like a post-apocalyptic story involving Wonder Woman as the main character, and I really love the way it looks and how it feels. You are a fan of Akira, and things like that, and if you like Wonder Woman, definitely check this book out. It has really good artwork, and the atmosphere is great. I'm a fan of Daniel Warren Johnson as well, so from everything that I've seen that he's worked on, I haven't seen everything, but stuff that I've seen that he's worked on, it's really good. I like that he, as an artist, he feels quite technical when I've seen what he's drawn, but when he goes over that with like his inking, he essentially allows, his hand to create some things that feel more organic. So things are planned out well, yet the line work feels organic, which has a more lived-in feel, feels more lively, and I don't know, it just adds to the dynamicism of things. But yeah, I'm not going to talk to you guys too much about the plot, other than what I previously stated, because I don't want to be too spoiled here. We're only looking at one page, and if you see anything you like here, definitely buy the book. It is great. Got mine from Amazon recently-ish, and I think this book came out like last year, maybe. I could be off. But it's really good. Rather I said that. If you guys are not familiar with Daniel Warren Johnson, check out his previous projects. I think he's also coming out with something called Do a Powerbomb, which is probably going to be a creator-owned project where it's going to be, I believe, wrestling focused. So if you're a fan of wrestling, yeah, check that out. I don't know when it's releasing yet, but I think it's going to be published by Image Comics. But yeah, really like the art style here. I always feel like I learned something from his approach to doing comics. That's always great. And start skipping through more. Yeah. Also really enjoy Mike Spicer's color palette. Fits very well what Daniel Warren Johnson does. I definitely feel as though, certain people who color your work can really make your work pop differently, can really help sell that work and the approach you're going for, so they understand what you're going for, other than just making like a generic job where you just kind of see someone else and you think to yourself like, oh, just another job, I'll do it, you get it done. So yeah, I'm gonna stop on a particular page. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, it's right here. That'd be a good page to stop on. But yeah, if you've seen anything you like here, definitely check out the book. It is worth it. It is a complete story, all in this book. So yeah, only about $30. So yeah, check it out. Next book that I wanted to check out is Luthor Strode, the complete series. This collects all the issues of Luthor Strode, which I believe were all in paperback at one point. And it's got a Strange Talent of Luthor Strode 1 through 6, Legacy of Luthor Strode 1 through 6, and The Legend of Luthor Strode also 1 through 6. I didn't even know it had 3. I always thought it had two like parts, but cool. yeah, so I'm not familiar with actually like all of this, but the stuff that I've seen were probably towards the back end of the book. I saw some of the later parts of the comic or whatever, and I just thought the artwork looked really cool. I was able to read those parts, and yeah, a lot of blood, a lot of violence in these early parts that I'm not even familiar with. But the cool thing about this, right, is you get to see an artist kind of grow here. You get to kind of see what they start off doing this series and kind of going forward, where they end up, all that good stuff. I think is really cool. But yeah, I like the artist here. It's one of my favorite artists I got into doing like Western comics or whatever in recent memory, and I really like this person's art style and their storytelling style and whatnot. Like how they kind of warp perspective and stuff like that, and their panels are really good as well. So yeah, I implore you, if you are interested in something that has a lot of action, decent writing, you know, colors are also pretty good too. Here, check out Luthor Strode. I definitely think that, you know, if this isn't selling you, then the back end of the book will. Because again, this person is on all these pages, you know, and they're getting better and better. And then you get to the back end of the book and see what they're doing. It's really dope. Actually, you know what? We're gonna roll on down there real quick. See if we can get all the way up to this. Yeah, I don't even know how many pages this is, but oh, it's right there. So this is kind of like the art style I'm familiar with for this artist. This stuff right here. Sorry, the page is a little glossy, but you guys can still see it pretty well. And this is kind of like the art style I am used to. It is, I would say it's more round. It has more round aesthetic. It's very, like, very particular with his details. Like, same artist and whatnot, but the details feel different some type of way. The way he applies the details feel different. Things just feel a lot more thought through, or more so, I guess, like he figured out more, you know, over time. He figured out more, knows how to be even more dynamic and whatnot like that. And I really like how these joints kind of turn out. Again, same thing here with blood, and, you know, same series, you know. A lot of good dynamic shots. Like there's this part here where this lady she's dodging like these bullets or whatever, and she slams down because she's falling from the sky, whatever. She lands. When she hits the ground, she kind of ripples it. It's really cool. There's debris still flying and everything. She jumps up here. You think, oh, you can't really see it. She jumps up here to kind of avoid this truck, and then she kind of just lands on it. Pretty seamless, pretty good. Then you have this character we're following, right? And then he sees what's going on over here. And he's jumping, and as you know, this is an easy line to follow. You know, he's jumping onto his car. You turn the page, see what happens next. It's really good page turn type thing going on. When he lands on the car, you know, it's like you're watching a movie, essentially, like some sort of action movie or whatever. And he lands on that car, and then the whole front is going into the ground, making all these sparks. And then he jumps off of it with all this force and leaps over here just to try and catch up to this FedEx truck. But he misses. It's really good. There's a lot of good stuff in here. I'm really into people who can like illustrate action in such a way that's really fun and interesting and energetic and also easily readable. So yeah, I'm very interested in those types of things, and this person hits that mark for me. I would say this person, Daniel Warren Johnson, both do a great job when it comes to action sequences. And I feel like, you know, for the most part, you know, you work with a writer or if you keep your story simple enough, the story will take care of itself as long as you make sure that you are working towards a goal and you're not going all over the place. You kind of work through a story. But when it comes to the action and everything like that, you gotta, for me anyway, I like to see something a little bit more interesting, and this guy is doing a lot of dope stuff with the characters and his sequences. Yeah. I love it when people really realize the medium they're in. They kind of start exploding it, like, wait, I can do things like this in a comic. You know, I can do things like that in the comic. Pretty cool. So, yeah. Won't go too far, but yeah, if you see anything here that you like beyond this glare, all this glare that's happening here, check out this comic, Luthor Strode. Really good art style, really easy to follow and see what's happening. Colors are wonderful. There be nudity, there be action, there be blood, but there also be a great comic down. So yeah, check it out. Also, I got the soft cover because hardcovers seem to go up in price very quickly in value. So yeah, check this out, people.